Kuhu is a startup that launched just 2 years ago. The company facilitates online loans for students. And as Kuhu aims to solve the funding challenges faced by households in India, it also has to prioritise its own financial needs to expand. The firm managed to raise $20 million in seed funding last year. And founder Prashant Bhonsle says it has enough capital for now. But he says that it's been a tough time generally for startups that are trying to raise funds.
Funding winter, there's been some ups and downs in the market because of largely macroeconomic factors like inflation, global economy slowing down, Ukraine war and so on.
In the first half of this year, Indian startups raised $5.46 billion, according to data platform Traction. That's less than a third of what they managed to attract during the same period last year. It's a setback for a sector that had otherwise been booming in recent years, driven by factors including expanding use of the internet in India, a population of more than 1.4 billion people with a young demographic, and the country's economic growth. The startup sector has become an increasingly important part of India's economy. It's valued at more than 3 trillion rupees, or about $36 billion, and there are some 80,000 startups registered in the country, according to government figures. A record number of startups have become unicorns, or billion-dollar companies in India in recent years. But that's slowed down amid the funding winter. Research firm Hurun says that only 3 companies have become unicorns in India this year, compared with 24 by this time last year. Analysts believe that at their peaks, valuations became overinflated, and that capital was being deployed into startups with unsustainable business models. Major global investment firms, including Tiger Global and SoftBank, are now doing fewer deals in India. And industry experts say venture capital and private equity investors are being much more rigorous in their assessments and cautious about which companies they choose to invest in.
The reset that we are experiencing right now, I think, is going to be healthy for the economy in the long term. It's going to lead to the creation of very good, robust companies which have which are focused on having a line of sight towards profitability or exits.
Investors have downwardly revised their valuations of big-name Indian startups, including food delivery app Swiggy and education technology company Byju's. There are funds to be deployed, but analysts say startups have to be realistic about their valuations and have sustainable business models in this environment if they are to survive the chill.
The ones who are waking up to that reality and building their bridge to the other side will do well. Those who don't, unfortunately, probably would not survive this winter.
Despite the correction, there's still a lot of optimism that there will be brighter days ahead. Analysts say there remains plenty of scope for companies to come up with solutions and offer services in the world's most populous country. So industry insiders are hopeful that India's startup ecosystem will emerge stronger once the winter thaws. Rebecca Bundan, CNA, Mumbai.